Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Team Talk. I'm your host, Wes.
And I'm your host, Russ.
And today we'll be talking about UFC
325.
Rumble Down Under. You see, I was traveling with a friend named Gumby on a hippie trail, head full of zombie. And I met a strange lady. She made me nervous. But you know what she did, Russell?
What did you do?
She took me in and she gave me breakfast. You know what she said? I live in a land down under.
Men at work.
Yeah, men at work. I wasn't traveling with a man named Gumby. I don't know that.
Yeah.
It's a weird accent.
Gumby.
Check this out.
All right, mate.
Australia. A place that was invented by a different country putting all of its criminals into one big giant island that ended up civilizing and taking over its natives almost in such a fashion that America did with the Native Americans. Did you know that?
No.
That's how. That's why they have the broken, drunk English accents, right? And Australia is home to three things. Friend of mine on Instagram, who's an Asian guy, he's a Chinese dude who talks like an Aussie. Okay? Kangaroos, and really, really, really good fighters.
Yeah.
Now, that begs the question, will these really, really, really good fighters all win this weekend? Will there be a glorious parlay of a home country home run? We're going to figure that out, and we're going to get into it. Russell, take it away.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just want to let you know before I read all this stuff, we get all of our information from UFC.com and DraftKings.
Where the crown is yours, and
And-
I will fight John Jones.
Yes.
Sponsor
will.
us.
Please sponsor us.
I will fight John Jones for a sponsorship
Yes.
with DraftKings
Yep, we'll do it. He'll do it. I'll corner.
at the White House.
Yeah.
Peak entertainment.
Donald Trump will be there. Anyway, lightweight bout is the first one. So we got Australia versus Australia. Right? Two Australians facing off against each other. Quillian. Right? Salkeld. 10-1. Won his last two fights. Round 1 knockout TKO and round 3 unanimous decision. 4 knockouts, 3 submissions, and 5 first round finishes. Going up against Jamie Mullarkey. 18-8. Won his last fight by round 3 unanimous decision. Lost the fight before that against Mauricio Ruffy. Round 1 knockout. TKO, 10 knockouts, 3 submissions, 7 first round finishes. And just want to let you guys know just a little bit of an update because I kind of added this up. These guys, Jamie, he's fought Michael Johnson, if you don't know who that is. He was on the UFC Ultimate Fighter season 11 with George St. Pierre and Koscheck. I think it was 11 or 12, something like that. Split decision he won, and then he fought Mauricio Ruffy, which I just said, and he lost. But I'm choosing Quillian.
Another thing about Quillian is really good. He is also, a lot of people don't know this, he has always fought minorities.
Oh.
Jews, Indians, black guys. But I'm dead serious.
This is his home. This is another.
That's his whole thing.
So this is another man he's facing from his homeland.
A white guy.
Yeah, but
they have seen the fruition of the joke and the entertainment that it has been to the people who enjoy watching him beat up minorities. And they've decided, hey, we got to make him fight a white guy so that we can make it look like we're not, racists or something. I don't know. That's just what I'm seeing, and that's the jokes that I've seen.
But
that's not me talking. That's just
Jamie. But Jamie's a plus 675, while Quillian is a minus 1,050. Oh yeah.
So it's Australia versus Australia.
Yes. Quillian's winning.
Mm-hmm. He has a mustache.
Heavyweight bout. Australia versus Brazil. Australian Tai Tuivasa. 15-8. Now he lost his last 2 fights. Round 3 split decision. Round 1 submission. 14 knockouts and 12 first round finishes. And I just wanted to put a little thing in here that he lost his last 5 fights actually. right? Big. Like, now, obviously, that's probably why everyone's going to probably choose that other guy. But you know who he knocked out? Derek Lewis. He knocked out Derek Lewis. So there's a chance. Going up against Brazilian Taliesin Teixeira, 8-1. Lost to Derek Lewis, right? Round 1, knockout TKO, and won the fight before that, round 1, knockout TKO, 7 knockouts, 1 submission, 8 first round finishes. I'm going to go with Ty. He's due for a win, right?
Due for a win, yes.
And he, now, hold on, real quick, he's a plus 275, while Taliesin is a minus 345. So go off of what you're going to say. Just want to say that real quick before I get it out.
There are some things in parlays, especially, that it is good to just stay away from. And I've learned that both of these fighters are, for me, every time I've bet on either one of them, I have not been successful. So I am choosing to opt out of this bet entirely.
Which is okay.
I don't consent to betting on these people.
Yeah. But I was going with Ty.
Consent is important, Russell.
Because it is, because he's from Australia, so he's got to win in his home country. Like, I think some people want to. It's
he
a
might
home
not
advantage.
consent to lose.
Maybe. Yeah. Lightweight bout is next. It is as the home country is Azerbaijan, going up against Brazil.
Azerbaijan.
Yeah. Rafael
Fiziev.
Yes, because the R, that's how they say it.
Yep.
Like Hoist. 13-4. He won his last fight, round 3 decision. Lost the fight before that by Justin Gaethje. Round 3 decision. 8 knockouts, 1 submission, 6 first round finishes. Just want to give you a little bit of insight of who he's fought. He's fought Justin Gaethje twice. Lost in decision and majority decision. Gamrot lost to a knockout. Dos Anjos, which is a former champion, beat him, and he also fought Makano and beat him by knockout TKO. And he beat the former champ knockout TKO. He is a plus 100. Brazilians Mauricio Ruffy, 12-2, lost his last fight to Benoit Saint Denis, which is on this card, round 2 submission, and won against King Green, round 1 knockout TKO.
Everyone wins against King Green.
11 knockouts and 8 first round finishes. And the only person he's really fought that I know is Saint Denis, and lost to a submission, which is what I just said. And he is a minus 120. Now I don't really know about this one. Now, I mean, I know, like, Ruffy's a good fighter. Like, he's really good. But, Rafael, or whatever, he's fought some guys. Justin Gaethje in decision. I'll tell you something.
Well, Fiziev has taken Gaethje to a decision. He has beaten twice. He has beaten Moicano. Moicano is a really good fighter. But another thing about the fighting nerds is
that rough? Is that
Ruffy? Yeah.
This isn't Ruffy that we're talking about. Or are you just going off of? Go ahead.
He's fighting Ruffy.
Yeah.
The thing about the fighting nerds, right? They are all good. But I feel like there's a point where at least one of them, if not a few, have to screw up. And now Ruffy has already had his loss.
Which is twice. Only lost twice.
Okay.
So, will he be a 13-2? I tried to, just like he did, I wasn't really sure about it. I'm probably going to opt out of this one myself.
But if you're going to choose, I think I might go with Ruffy.
You're changing it?
Or Fiziev. I don't know.
That doesn't make any sense. Also, before we go on to the co-main event and main event, give a round of applause to this man with the Buc-ee's hat, because he wants the money.
Wait. Oh! Hey!
He wants the money.
Hey!
And you know what? And now, for the first year, because I was really good last year with predicting, I lost my prediction for the main event. He said Gaethje. I said Pimblett. Gaethje won. I congratulate Gaethje. Good fighter. He's going to lose to Topuria. But yeah. But he made some money.
When An unstoppable force meets an immovable object. Which one will win is determined by whether or not the immovable object has had time to stand through so many things. The immovable object in this equation was Justin Gaethje. I picked Justin Gaethje because Justin Gaethje has stood the test of time and fought people that are far better than
Paddy Pimblett.
Paddy Pimblett.
And
And my son, I have asked him on every Paddy Pimblett card who's going to win, and he has picked it correctly. The first time he has ever said not Paddy Pimblett, because
did he say Justin Gaethje?
he said Justin Gaethje.
Did you ask him about the fight this Saturday?
No, I only asked him about Paddy Pimblett fights.
Oh,
Yeah, because Paddy Pimblett was our first fight
okay.
we ever watched together, right? So, and it's just a thing I do every time Paddy Pimblett fights. And why did he pick Paddy Pimblett all those times? Well, one time I asked him, he said, well, because he looks like me, because Paddy Pimblett's blonde and has blue eyes. And the one time he said, I think that guy. He picked Justin Gaethje, and I said, you know what?
I don't know why you didn't put $100 on it.
He's not ever been wrong. I also asked my mama, which has a very big hit rate. Mama also said Justin Gaethje.
But
And those are, she has lost, but she's typically good. But I'm also not going against my son, who has never been wrong about a Paddy Pimblett fight. So putting those two things together, I put, how much was I ended up winning $60.
You, dude, I wish you would have.
I wish I'd have put $100.
Because now, if you think about it, but you know what? It's that time where you're like, you don't want to risk it because you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to the co-main event, folks. A lightweight bout: New Zealand versus France. New Zealand's Dan Hooker, 24.
He's from New Zealand?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
24-13. Yeah, he's lost quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Lost to Tazar. I say his name. Round 2 submission and won against Gamrot. You know that guy.
Tazar Ukin. What?
Yeah, that fucking dude. You know the guy I was telling you about that's going to be in Georgia on the wrestling thing?
Armin Sarukian.
Yeah. He won against Gamrot in round 3 split decision. 11 knockouts, 7 submissions, 12 first round finishes. Just to give you an insight of who he's fought, obviously that guy he just said. He lost to submission. Gamrot won split decision. He went up against Makhachev. Guess what? Lost by submission. Went up against Michael Chandler and lost to knockout TKO. And then
if you thought Michael Chandler lose, you suck.
And then went up against Dustin Poirier and lost to unanimous decision. Which, hey, lost to unanimous decision. I mean, that's a good round 3 fight. Then we got France, Benoit Saint Denis. 16-3, won his last 2 fights, round 1 knockout TKO. Round 2 against Ruffy by submission. 5 knockouts, 11 submissions, 8 first round finishes. He's fought Derouche, which we saw very quick. Won by knockout. Ruffy, submission, like I said. Monicano.
What'd you say his record was?
16-3.
Okay.
Monicano, he lost by doctor stoppage. And then he also lost to Dustin Poirier, too, by knockout TKO. I'm picking Saint Denis. Saint Denis is minus 310, and Dan Hooker is plus 250.
Here's my thing on Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker is entertaining.
But he's going to lose.
He's very entertaining. He says some funny stuff. He's good for fan, interaction, I guess. Good for PR. They like putting him out there because everybody just likes Dan Hooker because he's a cool guy. But he's not going to beat Saint Denis, and that's not even up for debate. There's nothing I could say, well, he could because of this. No, he's just going to lose. I think Dan Hooker knows he's going to lose. Probably. Dan Hooker just knows, hey, this is fun. I'm getting beat up, and I just like it. He is a sadist. He's a lunatic. He enjoys. He'll do it to win. He does it to bleed, I guess. Yeah.
And just like he said before in the main event, just want to let you all know that this is at Sydney Olympic NSW Park, Australia.
Oh God, I hope they don't have
spiders in there.
No, I hope that they don't have Sean Strickland down there doing any promos and stuff. He always gets in trouble in Australia. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, the main event. Bantamweight title fight, Australia versus Brazil. Going with the champion, Alexander Volkanovski.
Volkanovski.
Whatever. It don't matter. I say things wrong. I don't care. 27-4. His last fight he won against Diego Lopez. Round 5 unanimous decision. And he lost to Topuria. Round 2 knockout TKO. 13 knockouts, 3 submissions, and 7 first-round finishes. Now, just to go over what he's fought. Again, he's fought Lopez, unanimous decision. Lost to Topuria by knockout TKO. Lost twice to Makhachev to knockout TKO. And decision. He fought Max Holloway 3 times. And won 3 times by decision. Which means he can hold his own in a fight. Beat Brian Ortega, good jiu-jitsu guy. And he's also in a decision. And he also beat Jose Aldo in decision, and also beat Chad Mendes, which was another good fighter by knockout. Right, old fighter. Right, really good fucking record right there.
Back in the advertisements on the shorts days.
Really good record though. Oh, I don't know if that was that long ago, but it was really good resume. Right, going up against Diego Lopez. That's why this is called number 2. Fighting again.
Number 2.
27-7. He won his last fight against John Silva, round 2 knockout TKO. Good. And lost to Alexander, by round 3 decision. 11 knockouts, 12 submissions, 15 first-round finishes. People he's fought, Alexander, like I said, lost decision. Fought John Silva, won by knockout. And also fought Brian Ortega by unanimous decision. That's really it. That's all he's fought. And the odds right now is minus 142 for Alexander and 120 for Diego, plus 120. And I'm going to choose Alexander again because I like Diego. I really do. He's a great fighter. But the only reason why
Diego again.
I'm only choosing Alex. I'm choosing Alex for this one because
do we have that picture? No.
I'm choosing Alex for this one because I'm not trying to go off of home field advantage, but I feel like Alex, it's not his time yet. Like I don't think it's his time. He's going to be like I'm losing because there's no way. Like he's lost to some good people, like I said here. Like after Max Holloway, it was like there was other people that I can't really tell you, but Makhachev, Topuria, he's going to lose. But Diego, I feel like he's going to hold his own against Diego. He's going to choose Diego.
Let's get on DraftKings right now.
Oh, forgot. Before I put this paper away. If you decide, now I put Rafael in here, but if you decide to choose my picks, Rafael, Quillian, Ty, Benoit, and Alexander, you get $179.90 for 10. If you decide to switch it to Ruffy, you get $162.06. And before he does that, ladies and gentlemen, UFC 5 game statistics are in.
Wait a minute, what? I've got.
What is it?
What did you say? I've got. This is.
You don't got Ty on there?
I'm gonna just put this in.
While he's doing that, here, let me do this real quick.
Yeah, do the thing.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Rafael versus Ruffy for UFC 5 game statistic. Rafael won by knockout. Okay. Benoit versus Dan Hooker. Benoit won by TKO. And then Alexander versus Diego, the first one was a draw. I had to replay it. So Alexander won the second fight by TKO. So let me tell you this, folks. If you decide to choose all those 3 wins for knockout / TKO, you get $1,064 for $10. Now, here's the next one. If you decide to choose Rafael Benoit to win by knockout, and you just decide to say, you know what, maybe Alex and Diego will have a draw. You know how much you win if it draws? 2 knockouts, 1 draw would be $12,061 for $10.
Okay.
And that is it for the picks that I made. Again, you don't have to choose the picks, but that is it for the picks that I made, and that is also it for the UFC game statistics.
Thank you, Russell.
Yes.
I have, starting at the bottom, Quillian Southcliffe, Ty Tuivasa, right?
I don't know.
Or did you put Taliesin Texas?
I put Ty.
Okay. Malarkey. No, not Malarkey. I'm sorry.
Malarkey.
Mauricio Rufy. Benoit Saint Denis. And I am going with Diego Lopez.
Mm.
Okay. $10 on DraftKings right now at $2.25 on the day of our Lord, January the 30th, 2026.
Central Time.
Central Time. $10 gets 200.
That's because he chose some pluses.
$5.
I think Ty should retire if he does lose, though.
I think if he loses,
That's 6 losses in a row. You know that?
I don't think he'll have to retire. I think Dana White might just kick him out.
That's what used to happen.
Yeah, that
Like if you lost like twice or 3 times in the UFC, like you just got booted, and then you had to work your way up again.
Now, if you go with, let's just make something up, Diego Lopez, okay, and let's pretend Dan Hooker wins, and let's say
that other guy Jamie wins. Those odds are incredible.
Tuivasa wins, and then that Jamie Malarkey guy wins. $10 is $2,148.
Just those 3, or just your picks with those 3? What are the picks?
Just those 4.
Oh, so Jamie, Ty, Diego, and Dan will get you $2,000.
$10 on $10 on Jamie Malarkey is $77.
Wow.
That's insane. What do you think about the White House? Who do you think's gonna?
The what?
The top 3. Now, I'm getting off topic here, but this is something to think about. The top 3 of the White House, like the last 3 fights of the White House, in order. The last one being the main event. Who would you? If you were
Jones versus Pereira.
Where's that going to be?
The White House. Main event.
That's the main event.
It has to be.
Okay, what's the other 2? The co-main.
The co.
Start with.
You want me to start with the card before the co-main?
Start with the one before the co-main, and then the main. Now, another thing I will tell you, a fun fact about the White House, the reason that it's happening on the White House lawn and why that's a big thing is because one is that they say, oh, it's never been done before. The UFC's never been done that. Yes. But that's actually been done before under, who's the guy with the mustache? He's on the,
Don?
no, he's on Mount Rushmore.
Ooh. Teddy Roosevelt?
Teddy Roosevelt. Under Teddy Roosevelt would hold boxing matches on the White House lawn. And Donald Trump wants to recreate that and have something spectacular happen. Yep.
Islam versus Cosmo.
Is that even possible?
Yeah.
How?
Cosmo loses weight. Or Islam gains weight, because those guys are just incredible.
Okay.
They can do anything.
Things that are possible.
McGregor versus Topuria. And then main event is Jones versus Pereira.
Well, it would have to be Gaethje versus Topuria, though.
I know. I mean, I like that too. I'm
saying like things that are possible.
Possible.
Yeah.
Islam and Cosmot is possible if they do it.
Something that could be probable.
So Jones Pereira main event. Jones Pereira main event. Then I agree with that. Then Gaethje versus Topuria co-main event, and then the third one would be Cosmot versus Islam. I like that. I think that would be cool to see.
But assuming McGregor does come back, he would have to
fight Chandler.
He would fight Chandler because the American people wouldn't want to watch.
They wouldn't want to watch him fight Islam again. Islam because he've already lost to Khabib.
Dude, what if he fought Islam?
He would lose terribly.
Oh my God.
He'd be like, "Well, you're not gonna beat me, son."
Yep.
Nick Diaz versus Sean Strickland in the card before Cosmo.
That would be. Who do you think would win between Nate Diaz, and Sean Strickland, both in their prime?
Nate was really good in his prime.
They both have extremely good cardio.
Yeah, but Nate's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, but the Diaz brothers are insane.
Yeah. Nate
would probably win.
Think so?
Nate loves jiu-jitsu actually more.
Mm-hmm.
Like Nick, he's standing a lot. And he'll look at you and be like, what? And then slap you and crap. He did. You see what he did? Should have seen what he did to BJ Penn. Oh my goodness. Messed him up. BJ Penn used to be the best.
Mhm.
And then ever since George St. Pierre messed him up, I mean, he just went down. It's crazy.
I think that
George St. Pierre talks about how he cheated. He said, "Yeah, he's like I cheated with BJ Penn," and he's like, "What they did is there was a guy in the crowd, and he went out and kissed him.
yeah,
Like he kissed him
Oh,
on
yeah.
the cheek, and then that threw his whole game plan off. And then that's how I won."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Smart man."
I mean,
And BJ, he was just still walking. Like it seemed like he was fine, but he wasn't. And mentally, he was like, "I just got kissed by a dude."
that's
Don't
what
do
made
that
him
to
get
do it to Marab or anyone like that. They might punch you. There was a guy that punched a fan because of them calling him something. I don't know what it was.
Dude, did you see? We watched it. Marab one time, like somebody fell out off of the rafters or something on him, and he just like moved over. It just kept walking. He still won. It didn't
Like, I
affect
don't
him at
care.
all.
Get out of the way.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
By the way, I'm gonna clear this real quick. Yeah, the Gaethje Pimlet thing. We didn't get to go to our spot
Because we were
because of
snowed in.
because the weather people out there decided to manipulate it to prevent us. And guess what, folks? They are trying to manipulate it again.
The government is in control of the weather, and it's all headed by
I don't want to go that far.
Bill Gates.
But like,
And they're in collusion with Walmart to sell bread and milk and eggs.
they are trying to prevent us from seeing this one now because they're saying it's supposed to snow tomorrow into Saturday. This is not going to happen.
Here in the South, we have an age-old tradition of bread milk sandwiches. Everyone, when it snows, they all go to the store and they get bread and milk to make the bread milk sandwiches. I've never participated.
Me neither.
But yeah, it's sad. I watched it down at Mama's house. Mama's got a generator. It's sad we didn't get to watch them together down at the
electric
Millers.
the whole time. My electric was on the whole time.
Did you watch the Vines?
No, I was just saying my electric was on the whole time. I didn't lose anything.
I probably didn't lose electric either. But I didn't know how bad the storm was going to get. But anyways, yeah, that was a bunch of nonsense. So if you're watching this and you do live in the southern region of the United States, the snow that's coming probably ain't going to do anything, just like it did last time. Nothing happened here.
Sure, yes, there was a pile up down the road, and yes, almost 100,000 people still have no power right now. You know the arm wrestler Jordan.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Yeah, did you know his power just got turned back on, like literally a day ago? Oh yeah, or a day or two ago. Like that's insane. So yeah, to the people out there, like that did lose their power. Like I do hope your power gets back on. I hope you're staying warm. Right?
Maybe I was wrong for saying that.
He didn't know that though.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but yeah, there's
still
people lost power, and then they're gonna lose power again, and then Walmart's gonna be clear out again because people are gonna freak out over probably the lightest little flake. And I'm over there, and I'm in the store, happy as I can be, just be like, I don't need all this stuff. I'll be fine.
Now here's the thing: it's good to, and if you're a guy, yes, prepare, right?
Prepare.
It is always good to have. I'm not saying stock up on food and prep for it, whatever, but at least have. If you got $10 on you, right at the store, next time you're at the store, say, hey, beanie weenies are $1 a piece. Buy up $10 worth of beanie weenies just in case you get stuck in your house for a couple of days.
Or ramen.
Because or one of those big packs of ramen.
Well, if the water's off, they can't do anything.
Guess what? You can eat beanie
do what
weenies
people
without
say.
the electricity
Do what
or
people
oil
say.
water.
Get like $1 cheap, like of an empty big jug, and fill that crap up with water. There you go.
And then you get some water purification.
And then you want to know how to boil it? Simple. Build yourself a fire.
Here's another thing, dude. Check this out.
Fire.
Homeless people. Let me tell you this. This is going to blow your mind. Homeless people, right? What do? How do they keep warm?
Well, they try their best to. Some of them just wrap themselves up in their jackets and their sleeping bags and all that stuff. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Tents.
You ever be driving by, and you see an alleyway, and you see a fire coming out of a 55-gallon
barrel. Yeah.
Okay. You take a 55-gallon drum. Take your pistol, rifle, whatever. Okay. You take it and you set it up. You shoot at it. Shoot it a few times on all sides. Rotate it and shoot it. 3 or 4 holes going down each side, right? You have that 55-gallon drum. Maybe you have some cinder blocks to elevate it from the concrete that it's going to be setting on so it doesn't burn a ring in the concrete, right? set up on some cinder blocks. Now, this is just a preparation thing, something to have, just in case your electric goes out, right? Do this outside. Don't like smoke up your freaking house. Because inside, outside can be cold anyways, rather be warm outside than cold inside, right? And say you live in a little community or something, you live in a apartment complex or something like that, you can go out, call your neighbors up and say, hey, I'm about to build a fire. I don't care what the landlord's got to say about it. We can ask for forgiveness later instead of permission now. I'm cold. So hey, bring some wieners, some marshmallows. We're having us a hobo fire. What you do is you take that and you go buy a rick of wood down at the gas station or something that you find, right? And just have that. Okay. Now check this out. Hopefully you're smart enough to buy yourself a 30 rack of coolers or something. You know what I mean? Or some Bush Light. You got the boxes. Okay. I'm not joking with you here. Check this out. You get you a lighter. You light it and probably some lighter fluid. The box or whatever, and start that fire and just get that fire going. Make a little fire. Okay. Put the wood in there, and you can just by the time you whatever. It's making that fire. And what it happens is the heat comes out of the holes that you've shot into the barrel. And it comes out and blows on you. Now, here's the thing. Smoke, let's say you're sitting around it, smoke doesn't blow into your face like it would in a regular fire because it's in front of you and it's contained. It goes upwards instead of outwards onto you. It's a genius idea in case of emergency, just to have a 55-gallon drum and so hey, you know what? Even if it's not freezing outside, it's not an emergency thing. In the summertime, y'all, you want to have your bonfire? Hey, pull out that 55-gallon drum if you ain't got a fire pit, and set it out in the yard, light it, and say, hey, come on over, little roast us some marshmallows, you know.
Yeah.
And that's how homeless people keep warm. And because you got to think about the fact that a 55-gallon drum emitting heat on these people, that's one of the most genius things that homeless people have ever figured out because they're cold. They're stuck outside. They had to figure it out, you know.
Mm.
That's the trick to a burn barrel, as they call it. But the holes is what emits the heat outward from to your lower region
And
if you're standing around it.
And that is our fun fact for the day.
Fun fact for the day.
Well, Wes, I think that's about it. Take us out.
That is it for this episode of Team Talk. We've hoped you've enjoyed watching us. We've enjoyed talking to you. I have been your host, Wes.
And I've been your co-host, Russ. And before he finishes that, tell your snowplow people.
Send this
to your snowplow truckers.
When the snowplows come, you're stopped in traffic, you see the snowplow, y'all.
Yeah. Or maybe you're outside.
Holler out there, say, hey, man, won't you watch some Team Talk?
Because I'm going to be stuck in here, and I know you got to go home probably stuck somewhere.
Stuck somewhere, and yeah.
Team Talk.
Team Talk.
That's right.
But that's it for today, folks. I love you. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah. Yeah. Keeping my hand right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.